Hello, Kellyanne Matuskiewicz from kellyandcorey.com. I want to dive right into the topic today, which is, is it time for you to walk away? You are not the Jackass Whisperer. Okay, that looks better with that light. What I'm seeing is that there's a lot of energetic chaos. There's a lot of emotional eruption, and how it's going to, how you're going to experience it and feel it and see it in your life is in the interactions that you're having with other people. These may be romantic relationships, it could be family, it could be clerks at the grocery store, it could be other associates that you're working with, it could be with clients. What's happening, and this is so important for you to understand, is that the emotional eruption that you have, right, the trigger that you have is actually your treasure. It's your indicator, your guide, your inner guidance system guiding you to recognize that there is an internal belief, a internal lie that you are believing about yourself that's not true. And so your higher self is calling in the people and the experiences for you to see what that lie is, see what that belief is, right? So beliefs such as maybe stuff like I'm not safe, I'm not enough, I'm too much, the world isn't safe, I'll never make it, I don't know enough, I'm not good enough, I can't have the experience until such and such, and so you keep seeing what you don't want show up over and over again. So you'll probably see this in patterns, over and over again, repeating your emotional patterns, or different people coming in and triggering the same or similar thing. Okay, so when I say that your trigger is your treasure, is because that's your inner response system guiding you in, right? And so it may even be around you need to take action. Maybe you do need to walk away from the relationship. Maybe you do need to put up boundaries. Maybe you do need to leave the job. Maybe you do need to fire the client. Maybe it's about learning your no. Maybe it's about, unplugging your energy from others because, hi Jeff, because you are the average of the people that you surround yourself with, right? It's you think about that groupthink that, when you're surrounding yourself with people who are maybe always complaining or, looking for what's wrong, or, just never happy, you're going to be tuned in. So if you can think of it as, the way that I see it is energetic waves, so frequencies, right? So these people are giving off these frequencies and these energies, right? And it will just take you a lot more effort to grow beyond it, to get beyond it, to work on your own mindset. Here's the thing too, is that you can be strong enough in your own mind and strong enough in your own frequency so that the things around you aren't bothering you. What I'm expressing to you now is that if the things around you are bothering you, and you'll know by your emotional response, you'll know how you feel, then it's an indicator that there's something inside of you that needs to be shifted and switched, okay? So it's not so much about having them understand the perspective that you're coming from, having them understand who you are. It's not about them acknowledging your pain or apologizing or whatever it is. It might be about apologizing, but it's never about something else fulfilling a need within you. When you come to that point, it's okay, what do I need here? What do I need for me? Right? Do I need to walk away? Do I need to end this relationship? Do I actually need to stop telling myself these beliefs and lies and get out of these patterns and finally put my art out into the world, my message out into the world, hit post on this thing I'm passionate about, or this idea that you have that you want to share with the world, or this healing that you want to, support others in. Because that's what the emotional triggers are coming at and showing you, right? It's like, it's not, this is where it's such like, it's never a one-to-one, right? So you may be getting triggered by, I don't know, let's say a family member, but that trigger is actually guiding you to see inside a belief that you're holding, right? Because you're only going to have an emotional response if a part of you believes what they say is true, right? Or it's time for you to put up a boundary, or it's time for you to walk away, right? It's never about trying to have somebody else understand your perspective or give you what you need. They are always pointing you back to you, okay? And so pointing you back to you, you go inside, what is the belief? And a shift in perspective, a shift in a belief, a releasing a pattern of behavior, of thought that no longer serves you can shift your entire life. So think of it this way. When I've supported others in releasing the beliefs that they're not safe or they're not good enough, their business has expanded 100 times. The relationships that they've attracted into their life have shifted. How they feel in their physical being and the energy and beauty they exude changed. Why? Because these patterns and these beliefs hold energy. And when we release that, what's not serving us, what's a lie, like our whole energetic being changes, our whole being changes, our whole frequency changes. And so then who's tuned into that frequency, that energy, those belief systems of that next level, of that breakthrough, start to find you and come into your life. So if you're getting triggered right now, it's really a signal for you to go inside. Any energy or attention that you're trying to put on the outside is actually, like, you really got to examine for yourself. Is it just one conversation where we say, you know what, this is a behavior that I no longer want to participate in, and we're done, right? Over, like, no arguments, no like trying to convince them of why you feel the way you do. It's not about like, having someone like acknowledge your pain. It's really about you acknowledging your pain. You can express to someone how the interactions made you feel, but to expect anything from them, you're wasting your time and you're wasting your energy, because it's all about what did that trigger in me, and what am I guided to choose from this space? What do I need to do? Right? Because what you're going to do is, when you start recognizing that everything is for you and your emotional response and the triggers that are happening are actually for you to release what's no longer serving you, but then to also take the energy and put towards creation, to put towards, put your energy towards putting your, I'll tell you what happens is that once you because that energy of those beliefs and those heavy patterns, and then everything that, you're doing to try to manage the triggers that are happening, right? Because managing them is not moving through them. All of that energy gets released and is available to you to actually, what happens is I see clients start becoming inspired. They tap more deeply into their own intuition, their own knowing, their own healing. I worked with a client not too long ago where she just tapped into this whole other level of energy that's moving through her hands, and her clients are recognizing it, not even realizing the work that she has done on the back end. Because here's the thing is your marketing, your website, your PDFs, everything for your courses and your workshops and your art shows, they're not going to contribute, right, as profoundly as releasing these beliefs and patterns that you're fighting and trying to work around. So the way through is in, okay? And so when you're not the Jackass Whisperer, pull your energy back, see how what is happening is for you, and take that energy and put it towards what it is that you really want to create. And I promise you that when you do the inner work, when you release the beliefs, when you release the patterns, when you release the fears, inspiration comes, flow comes. People just automatically come to find you and want to know more about your work and how they can be your friend, or there's like the synchronicity and they know somebody that you can, support and help or guide, or, have your workshop or art somewhere. So if you're going through some of this, right, and you're finding yourself like hitting your head against the wall, or these patterns keep repeating, and you've got emotional stuff that you can't get behind, you've done all the rituals, you've done the writing, you've done the burning, you've done the stomping and dancing and releasing, but still the anger is still there, the sadness is still there, the anxiety, the depression is still there, I can help you with that. My superpower is going in and seeing where the inner misalignments are quickly and easily. It doesn't have to take hours of talk, and it doesn't have to, take like monotonous amounts of time. I mean, that's my seeing, that's my knowing, that's my connection, where I'm able to tune into your higher self and the divine and bring the information through and read your field. Jeffrey says, so true. Is that, and read your field to like bring it to the surface, so we get like, okay, now what do we want to do with this? What is this belief about not enoughness, or belief that I'll be left if I actually show up, belief that people will be hurt by seeing me be successful or happy, right? So there's so many ways that you hold yourself back out of these like subconscious fears and belief patterns. So if any of this, if you're inspired, and ultimately, the intention behind this video today was for you to be able to step back and see that what is happening is actually for you, and that the way to move through is to go in. And so by taking a look at what is this actually triggering in me, what am I believing about what's happening right now, what am I feeling about what's happening right now, and what is life bringing towards me to make a different choice. Okay? But if you want some help and guidance with that, if you want to clear through the patterns and get through the beliefs and fears really quickly, message me. We could do some awesome work together so that we can clear this stuff out of the way, so that you could be creating and sharing who you are out in the world, because that's what we need right now. We need pioneers, and we need leaders, and we need artists, and we need other teachers of consciousness that are going to support others in waking up to who they really are. So thank you so much for watching this. And if you were inspired, if you feel like somebody else might be inspired by this message, please tag them or send them this, share this with them, and if you come back to the replay and you have any questions, post them below. Thanks again.